What if the horror stories you've seen in Resident Evil weren't just on your TV screen, but outside your window? What if Raccoon City was your city? And what if the virus was real? In today's episode, we're diving into the dark, dangerous, and deeply disturbing question: what if Resident Evil was real? And how would the world, and you, react? We're going deep, spiritually, politically, morally, globally. Let's break it down before it breaks us. Do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and drop a comment down below. Every bit of support helps this video reach more people who need it. We're not just making videos, we're building something real, something that speaks to the heart. Your like, your comment, your subscription, it all matters. So, lock in, show love, and let's get into this video. Imagine this. A classified experiment leaks from a bio-research lab. People start falling sick. But this ain't the flu. This isn't COVID. This is something else. At first, it's just flu-like symptoms, then seizures, then aggression, then cannibalistic behavior, then silence, and finally, reanimation. The undead now walk among us. No press release, no warning, just chaos. Airports shut down, phone lines jammed, martial law was declared overnight. Social media floods with blurry footage. A mother attacking her kids. A man walking into traffic, arms dragging. Is this a prank? Is this a movie set? Then the military gets involved. And that's when people know this is real. Hospitals? Overrun in days. Doctors are overwhelmed. Nurses abandon their posts. PPE doesn't work against flesh-eating corpses. The government issues vague statements. Please remain calm. Do not panic. We have it under control, but they don't. And guess who they protect first? Not you, not me, not grandma down the street. They protect the elite, the officials, the rich, the need-to-be-saved class. Sound familiar? This wouldn't be a movie. This would be class warfare in a crisis. The poor left to fend for themselves. The middle class lied to. The rich, hidden in bunkers with stockpiles of food, medicine, and weapons. Within 2 weeks, governments fall, economies crash, cities burn. And here's the worst part. It wouldn't even be the virus that kills most people. It would be each other. Because when fear takes over, the mask of civilization falls off. People raid grocery stores, they rob pharmacies, they attack their neighbors, trust collapses. And when trust dies, society dies. It's no longer about luxury. It's no longer about likes, followers, or fashion, it's survival. Now let me take you deeper, because what happens to faith when the world starts ending? Does it grow stronger, or does it collapse? Some pastors would step up, preach hope, lead people to Christ. Others, they'd run. And some Christians, the ones who only knew God through routine, would fall away. But the true warriors of God, the ones who prepared spiritually, not just physically, they would rise. This outbreak wouldn't just separate the strong from the weak. It would separate the real from the fake. Just like in Resident Evil, when characters are pushed to the limit, this crisis would reveal your heart. Let's be honest. In a world overrun by death, the lines between good and evil get blurry. Do you steal medicine to save your child? Do you leave a wounded stranger behind to protect your team? And if you find out the virus came from a government project, do you forgive? Do you fight? Or do you lose your mind? Resident Evil has always explored that question. Is humanity even worth saving? And that's what the real world would wrestle with. In that darkness, people would turn to violence, suicide, extremism, or faith. You'd either become a monster or a miracle. And here's what I know. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how much Resident Evil becomes reality, God still reigns. Psalm 46:1 says, God is our refuge and strength. This world is already broken, Resident Evil just magnifies it. But our hope was never in the government, never in science, never in the system. Our hope is in Christ, because the real virus isn't T-virus, it's sin. And the only cure is not in a lab, it's in the cross. So what if Resident Evil became real? Maybe it's already happening, just slower, through corruption, deception, apathy, and spiritual decay. But here's what matters. Are you ready? Not with ammo, not with canned food, but with faith. Because when the system fails, when the screen fades, and when the walking dead roam, only the spiritually alive will survive. Let's start with the obvious. Umbrella Corporation, a pharmaceutical giant on the surface, but underneath, a bioweapons lab with zero ethics and unlimited funding. Sound familiar? Think about it. We live in a world where real companies have patents on your DNA, control over vaccine rollouts, ties to the military, and massive influence over government policy. Big Pharma today has more power than some nations, just like Umbrella. They sell us hope on the front end, but deal in destruction behind the scenes. And when things go wrong, they cover it up, silence whistleblowers, blame the public, and keep the money rolling in. Resident Evil showed us the blueprint. We've already had lockdowns. We've already lived through a pandemic. So if another outbreak came, more deadly, more mysterious, would it really surprise you? Let's go deeper. Resident Evil's iconic location, Raccoon City, a peaceful town, until the outbreak. It didn't start in New York, not LA, not Tokyo, just a regular American city. Why? Because when the enemy wants to destroy society, they don't attack the capital. They attack the middle, the average, the unnoticed. That's where the collapse begins. Now let's flip it. What city do you live in? Got hospitals? A police department? A lab nearby? A population that trusts authority blindly? You might be living in the next Raccoon City and not even know it. Even DARPA, a US military agency, has explored brain-computer interfaces and emotional manipulation. In Resident Evil, people lost their humanity. They became tools, and we're on that path now, not by infection, but by compliance. When you surrender your mind, you don't need a virus. You're already gone. Here's where it gets even deeper. Resident Evil is a moral test. Characters like Leon, Claire, Jill, they're not just fighting zombies. They're fighting themselves, their fear, their despair, their faith. Same goes for us. When the world turns dark, who do you become? In Resident Evil, there are survivors, and there are monsters. Not all the monsters look like zombies. Some look like CEOs, scientists, leaders, even neighbors who turn their backs on you. Spiritually, this is already happening. Greed, fear, violence, isolation. It's turning good people cold, turning souls into shells. Resident Evil mirrors our soul sickness. The virus just speeds it up. Resident Evil's evil isn't just corporate, it's demonic. The thirst for control, the disregard for life, the obsession with playing God. That's Lucifer's plan. And we've seen it since the garden. But you know what else it shows us? That one person can still make a difference. That hope isn't dead. That faith, when tested, reveals who you truly are. Don't wait until the outbreak to find your strength. Build it now. Don't wait until the world falls apart to seek God. Run to Him today. Because when the real war comes, it won't be about zombies. It'll be about your soul.
Good riddance.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't I?
No! Do you have any idea what you've just done?
No. Don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rub.
10 minutes until missile
Ah.
impact.
The missile has launched. And that is my cue. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
It's you! Shoot him!
I can't!
do. There's no other way.
Carlos!
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about him?
Why'd you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
Who are you working for?
I'll tell you if you get me out of here. I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work. There he is.
If you'd like to support the channel and help us keep pushing forward, there are links in the description where you can donate. Every contribution helps us reach more people, do more good, and keep this mission alive. There's also a store down below where you can grab something for yourself, or even better, a gift for someone you care about. It's a simple way to spread love and let someone know they matter. We're all just trying to grow, to become better, to rise above the noise and step into who we're really meant to be. And I truly believe change is possible, the kind of change that creates a ripple effect and helps others see the beauty still left in this world. This channel is about real growth, real transformation, and I'm here to give you a front row seat to what that looks like. Raw, honest, and grounded in purpose. God is within all of us, and my goal is simple: to reflect that light as clearly and powerfully as I can for you and for the world around us.